Hmm? Oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry. Let's continue. Chapter 8, I believe. Expedition to the North Pole. They went back to the others. Piglet was lying on his back, sleeping peacefully. Roo was washing his face and paws in the stream, while Kanga explained to everybody proudly that that was his first time he had ever washed his face himself. And Owl was telling Kanga an interesting anecdote full of long words like encyclopedia and rhododendron, to which Kanga wasn't listening. I think Kanga's the girls everyone's trying to impress. I don't hold with all this washing, grumbled Eeyore. This modern behind-the-ears nonsense? What do you think, Pooh? Well, said Pooh, I think. But we shall never know what Pooh thought, for then there came a sudden squeak from Roo, and a splash, and a loud cry of alarm from Kanga. And a text, I guess. This is a wonderful picture of Roo in the pond, and Kanga freaking out, and Pooh getting excited. So much for washing, said Eeyore. Roo's fallen in, cried Rabbit, and he and Christopher Robin came rushing down to the rescue. Look at me, swimming, squeaked Roo from the middle of his pool. Look at me, swimming, squeaked Roo from the middle of his pool, and he was hurried down the waterfall into the next pool. Are you all right, Roo dear? Called Kanga anxiously. Yes, said Roo. Look at me, sweet, and down he went over the next waterfall into another pool. Everybody was doing something to help. Piglet was wide awake suddenly, and jumping up and down and making, ooh, I say, noises. Owl was explaining that in case of sudden temporary immersion, the important thing was to keep head above water. Kanga was jumping around the bank saying, Are you sure you're all right, Roo dear? But Roo, from whatever pool he was in at the moment, was answering, Look at me swimming! Eeyore had turned around and hung his tail over the first pool into which Roo fell, and with his back to the accident was grumbling quietly to himself and saying, All this washing, but catch on my tail, little Roo, and you'll be all right. And Christopher Robin and Rabbit came hurrying past Eeyore. They were calling out to the others in front of them. All right, Roo, I'm coming, called Christopher Robin. Get something across the stream lower down, one of you fellows, called Rabbit. But Pooh was getting something. 2 pools below Roo, he was standing up with a long pole on his paws, and Kanga came up with it and took one end of it, and between them they had held it across the lower part of the pool. And Roo, still bubbling proudly, Look at me swimming, drifted up against it and climbed out. Did you see me swinging? Swimming, squeaked Roo excitedly, while Kanga scolded him and rubbed him down. Pooh, did you see me swimming? That's called swimming, that's what I was doing. Rabbit, did you see what I was doing? Swimming. Hello, Piglet. I say, Piglet, what do you think I was doing? Swimming. Christopher Robin, did you see me? But Christopher Robin wasn't listening. He was looking at Pooh. Pooh. Pooh, he said. Where did you find that pole? Pooh looked at the pole in his hands. I just found it, he said. I thought it ought to be useful. I just picked it up. Pooh, said Christopher Robin solemnly. The expedition is over. You have found the North Pole. Oh, said Pooh. Eeyore was sitting with his tail to the water when they all got back to him. Tell Roo to be quick, somebody, he said. My tail's getting cold. I don't want to mention it, but I just mention it. I don't want to complain, but there it is. My tail's cold. Here I am, squeaked Roo. Oh, there you are. Did you see me swimming? Eeyore took his tail out of the water and swished it from side to side. As I expected, he said. Lost all feeling. Numbed it. That's what it's done. Numbed it. Well, as long as nobody minds, I suppose it's all right. Poor old Eeyore. I'll dry it for you, said Christopher Robin, and he took out his handkerchief and rubbed it up. Thank you, Christopher Robin. You're the only one who seems to understand about tails. They don't tell us talking. They don't think. That's what's the matter with some of these others. They've no imagination. A tail isn't a tail to them. It's just a little bit of extra at the back. Never mind, Eeyore, said Christopher Robin, rubbing his hardest. Is that better? It's feeling more like a tail. That... I apologize. It's the weekend and I'm extremely tired. Eeyore's not a Southern Baptist. I'm gonna get this.
It's feeling more like a tail, perhaps. It belongs again, if you know what I mean.
Hello, Eeyore, said Pooh, coming up to them with his pole.
Hello, Pooh. Thank you for asking, but I shall be able to use it again in a day or two.
Use what? Said Pooh.
What we are talking about.
I wasn't talking about anything, said Pooh, looking puzzled.
My mistake again. I thought you were sorry about what happened to my tail being all numb, and could you do something to help?
No, said Pooh, that wasn't me, he said. He thought for a little and suggested helpfully, perhaps it was somebody else. Well,
thank him for me when you see him.
Pooh looked anxiously at Christopher Robin. Pooh found the North Pole, said Christopher Robin. Isn't it lovely? Pooh looked modestly down.
Yes, is that it?
Said Eeyore. Yes, said Christopher Robin.
Is that what we are looking for?
Yes, said Pooh.
Oh, said Eeyore. Well, anyhow, it didn't rain, he said.
They stuck the pole on the ground and Christopher Robin tied a message to it. North Pole, discovered by Pooh. Pooh found it. Then they all went home again, and I think, but I'm not quite sure, that Roo had a hot bath and went straight to bed. But Pooh went back on his own house and had, feeling very proud of himself for what he had done, had a little something to revive himself. And then tomorrow we'll continue with Chapter 9. Piglet is entirely surrounded by water. I'm excited for that. And there's a fantastic picture here of Eeyore dipping his tail in the pool. And I hope you can see this well, because it's a full-page illustration. If not, when I get back, we'll look at it together. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little off this evening. I'm coming down with something and my throat is a sneeze poofy. And here's Christopher Robin and Pooh. North Pole discovered by Pooh. Pooh found it. Alright, sweetheart. I love you dearly and I'll talk to you. It's Friday tomorrow. We're Skyping tomorrow. Oh boy, oh boy. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, love. Sweet dreams, Christine. Good night.